Good morning, everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi here. We've been tracking rain this morning. There was one large mass that moved across the state, almost exiting the eastern part, but we've also started to see some new development on the backside. So as we go through this morning, today, well, at least earlier in the day, this morning we're seeing the rain, but we're dry for the most part this afternoon. Late week, we're brighter, but we're trending cooler. And then we have some chillier nights and cool afternoons as we head through the weekend and even into early next week. So, in terms of precipitation departure, yep, this continues to get worse, but didn't account for the new rainfall amounts that we got today. So, definitely check for this as we get later on once we can update that graphic with the new rainfall amounts. So, hopefully, that number will go in a better direction, but so far we've had about an inch or so under what we should have for the Hartford area. So rain coverage, you see it's kind of like isolated to widely scattered this morning, and then it kind of flattens out. So we're pretty much dry once we get through the mid to late morning hours. Rain chance, yeah, that's it. Buddy. There was a chance for maybe an isolated shower Friday. That still could happen, but nothing to write home about. Certainly with any rain, that knocks down any potential pollen count. So ragweed is very low today. It's low tomorrow, and then it's just a little bit higher, but still low. It's not even up to a level 2. So, anyways, here we go. First alert futurecast. We have the heaviest rain moving out, a few leftover showers, and then this afternoon we are brightening up. But we still have this low spinning around, and that's a part of the Great Lakes. So, what you can get instability, showers to develop, or clouds. So it looks like in terms of our weather, we will start off with sun tomorrow and see some instability clouds developing. And like I said, Friday we'll have to see if we get a couple clouds and maybe perhaps a shower, but nothing widespread. As we take a look at the wind gusts today, hello, they're going to be picking up. Maybe a gust close to 30 miles per hour this afternoon coming in from the southwest. As we look at the wind gust forecast this afternoon, inland as high as about 25 miles per hour. So the raking or the leaf blowing forecast, not ideal today. Not only will you have wet leaves, they're not fun to try and move, but then you're going to have the gusty wind that's blowing everything right back to probably where you moved it from. I did a little leaf blowing yesterday. The driveway had like this pile up along the garage doors. So I got that just moved a little bit, but yeah, just little tackles here and there because, it all falls back down again or shifts back in the same spot. Tomorrow, a little bit better forecast for raking or blowing the leaves. So it's still going to be breezy. So it can be a pain in the neck if you're trying to put it in a certain area where the wind direction is blowing. All right, here we go with tomorrow's forecast. We'll start off in the 40s, starting off bright. Then those afternoon clouds develop and temperatures climb into the upper 50s, a little shy of average. And the forecast for the shoreline, very, very similar conditions out there expected. Wind gust trend for tomorrow, there's a breeze, and not as gusty as today, but that's inland, the 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts, and kind of the same tomorrow along the shoreline. So you'll notice the wind, but it's not as gusty as is today. So more leaves are going to fall, but hopefully you have an opportunity still to capitalize on whatever is left on the trees, enjoying the color, the fall foliage. Certainly, the farther north you go, that's where it's peaking. And then as we look ahead down to the south, still have some time before it reaches peak there. All right, we're still in tropics because we do have a new tropical system. And now we've passed the peak. We are, definitely trending downward, but you know what? Tropical hurricane season doesn't come to an end until the very end of November 30th. So there's still time, and there's still time for something else to form. We got Melissa. Melissa formed yesterday. Tropical storm Melissa. Large area of convection with it. No eye or anything like that. A little lopsided. And, those islands there, it's not looking good. Look how slow it's moving. West-northwest at 2 miles per hour. Oh, that's excruciating in terms of the rainfall potential. And then you have really high terrain across, Haiti, Cuba, Dominican Republic in that zone. So you get landslides, mudslides. That's going to be the worst part of this soon to be, hurricane. But that's not going to be the wind, or that's not going to be the biggest issue. It's going to be the slow, painful movement and all the rain and the flooding that happens. And yeah, Jamaica could be next in line. Back here home, trending above average with precipitation. We'll see. I don't see it 6 to 10 days out yet. A slight chance of an 8 to 14 days. Nothing showing up long range yet. Here's a look at our normals. All right, it's changed a little bit. Yesterday it was like the 41. Now it's 40 for a normal low, 61 for a normal high. And equal chances of us being at or above or below that, and perhaps trending slightly above average beyond the 7 days. So here we go, 7-day forecast. We get the morning rain showers, little downpours here and there. Breeze and sunshine, brightness picks up for the afternoon. Highs in the 60s. Down closer to normal for lows. Remember, 40s to normal low, at least over the next couple mornings. And then we are below average after that. Daytime high is 61? The average, slightly above that today, and below that slightly through the next several days, through the weekend and early next week. All right, everyone, that's the latest version of First Alert Weather Extra. We'll have another one coming up at 9:30 tonight. Have a great rest of your day.